luck to everybody. Just go up there and bomb your speech, and I'll follow up.
Speaking?
Yeah.
I have the added responsibility of keeping her in line.
No, I'm not. No, we talked about that. You already tried.
No?
No, we put Heather in the corner.
Nobody backs Heather.
So, where are you going to next? What's next for you? You just gonna enjoy life?
Yeah, I do a few things. I teach college a little bit and stuff. For the most part, just enjoy life.
My dad went from being a police officer to working in commercial, like staying from the corporate Canada terminal, no cameras. He's like, I could do that work too. I mean, he's like conventions there, stuff like that. Just enjoyed it, you know.
I'll eventually do that. Right now, I'm glad I'm doing something. I don't think I want to go from 0 to 60. Or from 60 to 0. Well, thank you.
It's nice to have an Austin guy around.
It's what?
Nice to have an Austin guy around. Get that sing-sing attitude.
I just sold my condo. The one in Austin. I was renting it. I just decided when I retired I didn't want to be an absolute landlord anymore. So it was right on the Hudson.
My cousin bought in Hawthorne. He lives right by the rail in Hawthorne.
Yeah.
One block more. Yeah. He said it's crazy how much money it is. If I lose a piece of paper, just let it go. I'll make it up. So yeah. Best way to buy a house. Watching all these college speeches. I'm having this head kid stand up. Stand Northwest Access TV, right? Access. I want to come to that channel. It's just all eating contests.
I could have the senior chorus members please come down to sing the national anthem. And while they do so, a few housekeeping items. We have bathrooms over to my right, your left, over in the booster area. It's very important to avoid coming across the stage, and that includes with pictures. Very fortunate to have Northwest Access TV here, so we need to make sure they have the full attention of our students visually. And so if we can leave this area here, we also have a professional photographer and need to make sure that he's able to capture the best possible pictures. So again, stage needs to be off limits. And if we would all rise, please remove the caps. Well, good morning, and what a good morning it is. This is the morning that these students deserve, and I believe they've earned. The senior class is behind me, but in front of you, because they're the sole reason that we're here. So putting them front and center for the camera front and back gives them the deserved attention that they've had during the most unusual year in education history. So before we begin, I need to express my thanks to those people out here today, many of whom, including students behind me, have asked continually this year how they can help. They've stepped up, and they've made this year actually a very positive one. We had the most activity-laden and positive senior week that I've undertaken or been part of in 34 years. And it was a real pleasure to be around them, not just that week, but throughout this whole year. Every single person behind me was nothing but respectful this year under very trying and stressful times. So personally and professionally, I want to thank them. I also believe big thanks I also want to give sincere thanks to the entire staff at BFA and NCTC. Due to their efforts, these students are with us today. I also believe due to their efforts and the efforts out with the people here, that these students were better off this year than almost anywhere in the entire world. So before I move on, I would like to give the staff a big round of applause for showing up since day one. And again, personally and professionally, they've been amazing to work with. The teamwork has made everything happen, and I look forward to the coming years. So speaking of our graduates, with so much negativity over the last 15 months, I think I'd be remiss if I didn't mention at least one of the positives I think we need to take away. I think the current times have shown that what might have been society's model for toughness and perseverance has been anything but true. That we live in an age where entertainers, athletes, social media influencers seem to dominate the way we should act, behave, or those that we should look up to. And it seems that we've not looked towards those people that are here before us and that live in our community. So I think we need to really take a review and a rebalance of where we are as a society and look at what are our role models and what do we want our kids to grow up to be. So they've shown us that those amongst us during this pandemic have shown what real toughness and perseverance is. That we have our EMTs, our police, our hospital workers, and our educators who, regardless of the day or the night they may have had before, put on the uniforms, put on what they need, and they show up the next day, and often without any accolades. Also, the nursing staffs, the hospital workers have done so, and I would doubt that any of them have 1,000 followers on Twitter or social media, let alone 1 million. So I think it's very important that during these difficult times ahead, that we start to look inwards towards our community and say, that's who we want to emulate, and those are the people that have persevered and during these times made our community work. I also want to say these students have proven to be tough and resilient and shown perseverance, or they would not be here before you. They've had every reason to give up. They've been asked to do athletics and are out of the temperature with a mask on. They've been asked to do a drama performance 6 feet apart, not being able to see one another's faces. They practiced all year in 2 different cohorts, and yet their concert on Monday was brilliant. So for them, I would say, you've already shown what's necessary to get along in the world. And I also want to say, when times do get tough, and they inevitably will, look at what you've already accomplished and look at the role models before you. It is now my pleasure to introduce an outstanding young man with whom I've had the pleasure of working since the fall. He has emailed me, we've met in person, we've done Google Meet, and thanks to his efforts, we've seen some major initiatives happen this year. It is my pleasure to welcome the senior class president, Mr. Thomas Remillard.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here. Thank you, Mr. Blanchard, for the introduction. For those of you who do not know me, Thomas Remillard, I'm the president of the senior class. So it is my job today to introduce the class speaker for us for the class of 2021. First, I'd like to give a thank you to all the great staff this year at BFA, particularly Nurse Val and Nurse Jody for helping us through this year with the COVID pandemic. We could not have done it without everyone's support and help. So it is with my pleasure that I introduce the class speaker for the class of 2021, Mr. Kieran Kibblehand, aka K Dizzle. Unfortunately, I have not had the personal pleasure of having Mr. Kivelhan as a teacher during my time here at BFA. However, after talking to him and all the students that he has had, I can gladly say that I wish I had. Mr. Kivelhan is originally from Haverstraw, New York. He attended school at Plattsburgh State and has previously worked at the Clinton Correctional Facility in Dannemora, New York. Mr. Kivelhan lives in Plattsburgh, New York, and he drives 51 miles every day to teach our great students. Over his time here at BFA, he's driven over 200,000 miles to teach here. And if that's not dedication to our students in our school, I do not know what is. So Mr. Kivelhan has been teaching English for both BFA and the Northwest Technical Center for 11 years. During his time here, he has taught all grade levels and has had a positive impact on countless students. When I talked to my fellow students who have had the privilege of having Mr. Kivelhan here as a teacher, they have all said that he is extremely honest and sincere and always willing to take time out of his day to compliment and encourage his students. I can confidently say that I would have greatly enjoyed having Mr. Kivelhan as a teacher, and it is unfortunate that I have not. His dedication and commitment to our students here at BFA is undeniable. When I asked a fellow senior to describe Mr. Kivelhan, she simply said that she felt that students can go to him for anything. And now I will turn the mic over to our class speaker for the class of 2021, Mr. Kieran Kivelhan.
Thank you, Thomas, for your kind words. But enough about me. This day is about all of you, as it should be. So let me start out by congratulating you for two reasons. First, for reaching this point, in spite of all the challenges life imposed on you. In August, the word extraordinary was used consistently to describe this year. These are extraordinary times, or this will be an extraordinary year. That word stuck with me because it emphasized the negative aspect of this year. We did live through an extraordinary time, yet it was extraordinary what you did to get to this point. It's extraordinary how you had to learn by missing out. It's extraordinary that we were able to adhere to a new lifestyle. It's extraordinary that you learned what you need in life, who you could count on, and what truly matters. It's even more extraordinary that you're able to make decisions about your future when uncertainty became the most prevalent adjective used to describe anything. However, you did an extraordinary job. You adapted and grew through this year. For this reason, I can say with absolute certainty that the future is lucky to have you. Second, I would like to congratulate you on your impeccable and extraordinary taste. Out of all the teachers you could have selected to speak today, you chose me, Mr. K, which shows that all of you are already making wise decisions in life. I love teaching. One of my favorite parts of this job is the interactions that I get to have with the students in this school every day. In fact, I actually started keeping a record of it a few years ago. Here's just a few special moments of things I've taken down. One student informed me a few minutes after meeting her, just so you know, my grandma's a hugger. We had just met. Another young lady kept me up to date on the latest true crime documentaries that premiered on Netflix. Some of the most interesting comments were, "I'm just dying of boredom," or "I used to make potions out of my cat's fur," or "That's like being a turkey vulture instead of just a turkey." My favorite one was a young man who sincerely asked me how genetics might work in the movie Monsters, Inc. I chose not to answer that one. These conversations are often left on replay in my head during my hour-long commute home each day, as are the countless times in which I've witnessed students unconditionally support each other during the hardest times in their lives, regardless of whether or not they're friends outside of school. Today is a day when friends and relatives will give you tons of advice for the future, but I'm not going to give you financial or relationship tips. but I will share a personal insight. A friend of mine suggested I share something I actually do in my class. And since I started teaching, I've always used something called a one clap in my class instead of a round of applause. Basically, at the end of presentations or class discussions, I count to 3, and then everyone claps their hands once. So we're going to try it now. I'm going to ask a few students to help me with this. So please stand up when I call your name. Carson Coulomb, Demetrius Deering, Sydney Heth, Jackie LaBerge, Maren McGinn, Jake Nelson, Jacob Reynolds, Bethany Sanders, Allison Torville, and Jayana Watkins. Now, I want you to follow their lead. When they clap their hands, you clap your hands once. So we're going to do a one clap after 3. 1, 2, 3. Great job. You're all doing wonderful today. People ask me why I do this in class, and it's not because so many kids struggle with the concept of clapping. For instance, there'll be that one kid who just cups their hands together and makes as loud a sound as possible. Another student will clap rapidly and lose all cadence with the other students. One student might opt to just not clap at all. And there's always that one individual who keeps clapping after everyone else is finished. The purpose for the one clap has a lot to do with how I look at life. Today, you've reached a remarkable milestone. No matter what anyone says, getting to this point is not something everyone can do. However, this is just one moment in your life. In the next few months, each of you will be heading towards a new milestone, whether it be entering the military, starting a new career, or beginning college or an apprenticeship. Yet it will not be the final one. Yet you get to keep progressing on to the next one. Win or lose, regardless of what you decide to do next or how you react to it, your life is going to be filled with positive experiences that will guide you towards your next goal or even life-altering setbacks. But take heart, because these often lead to future opportunities. Moreover, take a moment and recognize the small and big steps that you've made so far. Give yourself a moment to experience that one clap, then continue on. It's an honor to share this day with you. Thank you for including me in it. I, like all of your loved ones in this room and in this field, are proud of you right now for reaching this point today. So let's end it, kids, with a one clap. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
So now it is my great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, the valedictorian for the class of 2021. The valedictorian is derived from the student that earns the highest grade point average after 4 years. But this does not even begin to characterize this valedictorian. I see this fine young man as a modern Renaissance man. Those characteristics today include being highly educated, a gentleman, cultured in the arts, and athletic. He has shown all these qualities despite his relatively young age. Now, this Renaissance man has particular inclination with math, and he has shown great attention to detail with a very analytical mind. I know he's proud to be an Eagle Scout, and as a Boy Scout who never came close to attaining that rank, I do assure you the perseverance and effort that takes is quite extraordinary. He's also been a member of the BFA Band, National Honor Society, and the Math League. This fall is my pleasure to watch him fiercely compete in volleyball, and it's worth noting that he is a primary reason why varsity volleyball is here at BFA. He enjoys traveling, and he's already had the experience of getting to France, Costa Rica, and the Bahamas. Next year, our valedictorian will attend Clarkson University as an honor student with plans to study applied mathematics and statistics. While there, he plans to coach volleyball at a local middle or high school and join Clarkson's club team. After graduating, he hopes to continue traveling and experience many other parts of the world. Please join me in welcoming to the podium the valedictorian for the class of 2021, Nathan Smullen.
Thank you, Mr. Blanchard. Speaking of attention to detail, I noticed in our pamphlet it says farewell to the senior class, and I noticed I am facing none of them. That is who I addressed this speech to, though, so keep that in mind. So I'd like to start with a quote by Dr. Seuss. "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the one who will decide where to go." Fellow Bob Whites and comments, Dr. Dirth, members of the Maple Run Unified School District Board, Principal Blanchard and BFA administration, esteemed faculty and staff, parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts and uncles, I stand before you today not only on the culmination of our 4 years of high school, but on today, June 12th, 2021, as the 91st graduating class of Bellows Free Academy, on the first day of the next chapter of our lives. Many of us have been together, grown together, for our entire educational careers. The lessons we've learned from each other are perhaps more valuable than those we've learned from our teachers and coaches. The lessons we are soon to learn about life will continue to shape us. Not everything will be easy. But after a year as complicated and difficult as this one, I am certain that we can overcome anything. And my hat will not stay on in order for you to see me, so yeah. Not everything will be easy, but after a year as complicated and difficult as this one, I'm certain we can overcome anything. If someone were to ask you, what about BFA resonates the greatest with you? How would you respond? Take a moment to think about it. For me, my time at BFA will be remembered by the sense of family and community, the feeling we get every day when we enter the building, that we are all here, in this together. I will always hold close to my heart the sense of community, family, and pride we share when we wear the green and gold, when we line up against opponents, and when we stand with one another on stage at concerts and plays. We missed the latter part of our junior year, and this year we overcame an entirely new experience. We were separated from our friends, had half our classes for twice as long each semester, and we had to wear masks for the 2 days a week we were allowed to attend in person. We persevered through this, so I know we're capable of beating any obstacle that comes our way. BFA has been a safe place for us to learn and grow. We have been nurtured and encouraged by our caring and devoted teachers and coaches. BFA has taught us to give back, to be kind, to conquer obstacles, and to live life with a purpose. It is these qualities that will help us achieve greatness, no matter what our next steps are, whether they be to serve our country, to go on a college experience, to join the workforce, or to take a year to stop and breathe without a mask on. Our time here has taught us the values of camaraderie, selflessness, determination, and leadership. We have learned how to persevere, how to be passionate, and most of all, how to be appreciative of those around us and the opportunities we've been presented with. I would like to close with some reminders my parents have always made a point to say to me before every competition, every concert, and nearly every day in my life. Be yourself and have fun. Congratulations to you all. The future is ours to shape how we choose. We can and we will do great things. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
We'll now get to the part that why you are here, the presentation of the diplomas.
Hi, welcome. My name is Heather Fitzgibbons. I am one of the assistant principals, and I am the administrator that worked directly with the senior class. Due to the unusual nature of this year, we have a number of students that have chosen to not walk. However, we believe they deserve recognition, so we will be reading all graduates' names. Wendy Faith Ainsworth. Lillian Ascoli. Grace Emily Augustino. Megan R. Bashan. Taylor Baldwin. Case H. Ballard. Emma Judith Bapp. Anna L. Barrett. John Oliver Bashaw. Ethan S. Bates. Jason Tyler Bean. Casey Lynn Bichard. Jaden Paul Bedard. Maya Lynn Belanger. Ryan Christoph Bell. Olivia Ruby Mead Belrose. Nathan R. Benoit. Jasmine Berard. Braden C. Bissett. Hannah Bissett. Owen R. Benecki. Lydia S. Blake. Jacob Bluto. Macy Helen Boisano. Isabella Marie Bonacera. Cole D. Booker. Montana Borbeau. Morgan Mulcahy Bordeaux. Lily A. Broomfield. Kayla Jean Brulette. Zoe Alexis Bunbury. Isabel Grace Burleson. Ava Elizabeth Burnell. Iris Zinshu Burns. Lacey Ann Kane. Chandler C. Campbell. Cameron Canton. Ian Paul Carpenter.
Nice job.
Mackenzie Lillian Casperson. Alonso Cifuentes. Nathaniel Eve Cobb II. Faith Collins. Margot W. Collins. Carson Daniel Coulomb. Tyrese Jerome Cooper. Christopher R. Cadignola. Autumn Violet Couturier. Timothy James Crespin. Deanna Marie Courier. Thomas Curry. Maddie Curtis. Avery Grace Cutting. Ranjana Darji. Caitlin Bell DeSaro. Demetrius Deering. Liam B. DeGraff. John DeLacy. Paige Marie DeMars. Evan Ryan Desatel. Devin R. Deso. Elijah DeRosiers. Taylor Jean Miles Dodge. Will T. Dumont. Kelly Ann Emerson. Dominic Michael Xavier Falcon. Evan Fisher. Ethan D. Ford. Quincy Jolie Fournier. Eden Bronwyn Fuller. Kaya J. Gagne. Aria Amy Marissa Garceau. Brandon J. Gaudette. Shane P. Gaudette. Noah Robert Gilbert. Madeline Elizabeth Giroux. Caden Godin. Nora Elizabeth Gagno. Jared George Gravlin. Ryan W. Grenier. Keith Richard Grimm. Leah Elizabeth Hale. Sydney Orion Heff. Adriana Nicole Hoder. Ryan C. Holcomb. Parker Thomas Horton. Kelsey J. Poole. Jack G. Howe. Kagan M. Irish.
Oh, how kind, thank you.
You're welcome. It's hot. The heat. Gracie Marie Jenkins. Maya Pauli Jarose. Colin Robert Jolly. Peter Emmanuel Jolly. Ashley Jones. Thomas M. Jutras. Dylan Kilty. Kayla Elizabeth Kelly. Brandon Charles Cavella. Grace Catherine Kleinfelter. Andrew Koval. Dylan Koval.
Go Dylan!
Jacqueline LeBurge. Cecilia Bonnie Ladd. Christopher James Lamore. Jamison Clay Lamott. Kiana LaRose. Hayden Joshua Latimer. Lily Laughlin. Jennifer R. LaValle. Cody Lawrence. Jacob T. Lawyer. Shane Lawyer. Julie Lovdell. Serenity Love. Zachary J. Lovejoy. Patrick McDonald. Marissa Simone Machia. Jacob Malone. Kiera Nicole Matthew.
That's all right. They haven't graduated yet. We'll hold them to different standards once they graduate.
Marin Elizabeth McGinn. McNabb Scott Myers Tinney. Mackenzie Reese Moore. Colby S. Morin. Christopher M. Mulheron. Nathan J. Murray. Jake Paul Nelson. Dante J. Nixon. Anjali S. Nottinger. Alex D. Odell. Brianna G. Ovid. Hayden L. Paquette. Jaden Michael Paquette. Josiah Parker.
Congratulations.
Austin K. Pearson. Isaiah Michael Peters. Ava Lynn Pinette. Noah Wilson Place. Daniel Christopher Plant. Daniel Ryan Potter. Amanda Rosalind Powers. Emma Margaret Putnam. Loseliani S. Ramirez Sanchez. Alexander J. Rayner. Ima Rashid. Adam Christopher Raymond. Catherine Rose Raymond. Chelsea M. Raymond. Emily Remillard.
That was maybe the best one yet.
Thomas Patrick Remillard. Jacob T. Reynolds. Thomas Rodney Reynolds II. Reagan Elizabeth Richard. Nolan George Rushlow. Cameron Irving Rose. Shawnee Bryn Ross. Bethany Hope Sanders. Morgan T. Shoreham. Gavin Sibinaler. Helen Ann Simmons. Kiara Roxanne Skeels. Angel Marie Smith.
Congratulations.
Kiara Rose Smith. Nathan M. Smullen. Leanna Rose St. Francis. Noah Starrett. Gianna Maria Stevens. Haley Marie Tatro. Benjamin Albert Tatro. Zane Garrett Tebow. Alyssa Mae Thomas. Mason Thompson. Sophie Irene Thompson. Allison Rose Torville. Emma Rose Trainer. Gracie Ann Trainer. Christian J. Valley. Asher Jackson Wagner. Dustin Ward. Sydney Michelle Ward. Jayana Watkins. Dylan White. Kara B. White. Ania Chandra Wright. I would ask the senior members of the chorus to please come down for the alma mater.
To the BFA NCTC community, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce you to the graduates of the class of 2021. pleasure, yeah.
Thank you. Congratulations. Great day. Beautiful. Perfect. It was beautiful. Yes.
Decades. First one is good. There's always things, we'll do it differently, but I'm not going to
Yeah, you'll have some debates now about whether it's going the old way or
Yep.
tradition.
Yep.
You actually get done a half hour earlier than usual. It's usually 2 hours.
Always better than 90 minutes. But that's good. It worked out. Yeah.
Very nice.
Look at that, you have to steal somebody else. Good on you. It's really good.
Yeah.
I think she took off.
Now start slowing down a little.
Yeah. This was a big one. This is the bigger bat.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, she probably learned.
Thank
Yeah.
God for people like Teresa.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, the staff stepped up. Stepped up. Even yesterday.
They always do.